All right, I'm gonna actually record this class today. Last week I somehow did not get the class recorded, so that this will be up on our YouTube channel so you can watch it later on. Go ahead and just take an easy seated position here and start to feel your hips underneath you. You can rock side to side. And if your hips are tight, I always recommend just elevate your hips a little bit on a blanket, a pillow, or a yoga block. That'll help to alleviate pressure around the hips. Keeping your eyes open to start, I wanted to walk you through a 5 senses grounding exercise, and we'll go through this pretty quickly, but this is a great way to kind of just tune into what's going on around you, to get out of our ruminating brain that tends to think about things in the future and the past, just to kind of bring ourselves into the present. So from the seated position, go ahead and just take a deep breath in, lift your shoulders, and then exhale. Let them relax down away from the ears. And in the room where you're sitting, just look around and look for 5 objects and name them. Things that you maybe don't normally pay attention to, like maybe a light bulb, a plant, a tchotchke, your yoga mat. Just notice 5 things that you can see. Now, go ahead and close your eyes and notice 4 things that you can hear. Maybe you can hear the sounds of cars passing off in the distance. Just label, take note what you hear, and then move on. Hopefully you're hearing my voice. Maybe the music. Maybe you've got an air conditioner running. And keeping your eyes closed, notice 3 things that you can feel. Maybe you can notice the texture of your pants or your legs, or your yoga mat, your carpet. Just feel the texture. And then notice 2 things that you can smell. My husband's making lunch. I can smell from the kitchen. Maybe you can smell just the scent of your house, your office. And then lastly, notice the taste in your mouth. All right, now that we are grounded in the present space, let's bring our hands to the mat. Open your eyes if they're closed. Let's come into a tabletop position and start to move through some rounds of cat-cow, just inhaling and exhaling. Rounding your back. As you exhale, tucking your chin to your chest, gazing at the belly button. Inhaling, moving the opposite direction. Let your belly release down toward the floor. Stretching through the back. So we're extending and flexing our spine here. And if you notice, when you come to that flex position, take a little bit of time here and move from side to side. So when you're in your cat position, take a little side to side cat maneuver. And then you can also make some circular motions here to one side and then move in the opposite direction, just releasing the torso, kind of getting into creating some space, figuring out where you need to create some space. All right, from here, let's tuck our toes and lift our hips, just making your way into your first downward facing dog of the day. Go ahead and pedal your heels, or of our class anyway. Pedal your heels toward the floor one at a time. Good, then pause. Go ahead and just bend your knees a lot until your tailbone so that it's moving up toward the ceiling. Make sure you're pressing down into all 10 of your fingers. Lift your heels a little bit off the floor as you bend those knees. Find a neutral spine, and then keep that tailbone pressing up toward the ceiling as you start to extend your legs. It's okay if you don't extend your legs all the way here. There's no extra points for getting the heels to the floor or extending the legs. You want to listen to your body, do what's appropriate for you today. Go ahead and inhale, shift forward, make your way into a plank position. So just a high push-up position with the wrists underneath the shoulders. and then press back. Make your way to downward dog. Move through that a couple more times, just inhaling to plank and exhaling to your downward dog. Good, one more time. Inhale, plank, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, plank position. I'm gonna lower the knees here, but you don't have to. Take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're gonna slowly make our way all the way to the mat. Take your time. Bring your hands out wide. Come up onto your fingertips for our wide arm cobra pose. Lift the heart off the floor. Exhale, drop your left shoulder, left ear to the mat, stretching through your pecs, through the front of that shoulder. If you, like me, have been sitting at your computer all morning, this might feel a little tight. And hopefully this feels really amazing to open up that shoulder in front of your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop to the other side. Bring your right shoulder, your right ear to the mat. Take a deep breath in, rise to center. Exhale, make your way all the way back to the mat. Tuck your toes under. Bring your thumbs just underneath the chest, inside the line of your ribs. Roll your shoulders up and back, and then we'll press up and back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, let go. Let's go ahead and step our feet to the top of the mat. Make your way into a forward fold position. And this is our first forward fold of our class today. So just take a pause here. Crisscross your arms. And again, that grounding exercise we started with today, well, it seems really simple. It's something you can come back to throughout your day when you find your mind just wandering off and you're not really present. Notice, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? All right, push down into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, come down halfway. Cactus your arms. Inhale, raise them up. Let's interlace the hands behind the back here. Now, if you have a hard time interlacing your hands because of mobility in the shoulders or really anything you've got going on, you can also hold on to a strap or a towel. Sometimes I'll pull out a dog toy, whatever you've got nearby that you can hold on to. Go ahead and bring your chest and your belly to your thighs and let your arms fall forward in a chest expansion. Good, then from here, we're gonna bring our hands to the tops of the thighs, extend your spine, look forward. Then exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. And then from here, we're gonna sit back like we're sitting in a chair. Go ahead and bring your weight into your right foot, lift your left heel off the floor, come on your toe. Maybe bring your whole left foot off the floor. If you want a little balance challenge, now switch feet. Bring your left foot to the floor, lift your right heel off the floor. Start to feel the strength in that left leg. And then lift your right foot potentially off the floor as well. Release it down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, swan dive down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Shift your weight to the left foot. Hold for a breath. Shift to your right foot. Hold for a breath. Release, inhale, rise up. One more time, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, sit back to your pose. Shift to your right foot this time. And then shift it over to your left foot. Good, release, rise up. Exhale, dive down, fold forward. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Step your right foot way back. Drop your back knee to the mat. Rise up for your low lunge. Shifting your hips forward. Check your alignment. Make sure that your ankle here is stacked underneath the knee, or your knee is coming maybe a little further past that ankle. You bring your left hand to your hip, bring your right arm across the midline of the body. We're not just in a kneeling position, we're in a version of a lunge. Release your right hand to the mat, bring your left hand to your thigh. Look over your left shoulder and rotate, twist. Take another breath, release that left hand. Let's bring our knees together. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, dive down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, sit back chair. We're gonna leave out our squat or our single leg squat here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive down, fold forward. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Step your left foot way back. Drop that knee to the mat. Rise up into your low lunge position. Adjust your feet here. Your feet, your knees, your base as needed. You should be feeling a pretty good stretch through your hip flexors here. If you want to make it deeper, bring your right hand to your hip. Reach your left arm across the midline of the body. Good. Release your left hand to the mat. Bring your right hand to the thigh. Push into your thigh to rotate, twist a little deeper. You can raise your arm up if you want. Take a deep breath in. Release your right hand to the mat. Bring your knees together. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, presses you back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, go ahead and rise to stand. Let's exhale, cactus. Inhale, raise them up. We're flowing through our practice today. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back to standing mountain. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Step your right foot way back. Keep that knee lifted off the floor. This time we're going to rise into a high lunge position. Relax the shoulders. Notice when that mind starts to wander. Use that grounding exercise. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you smell? What do you taste? Bring your left hand to your hip. Your right arm's gonna reach across the midline of your body. Take one breath. And then we'll release that right hand to the floor. Twist and rotate. Extend your left arm toward the ceiling. All right, we're gonna get into that glute here a little bit. That was a request today. So in order to do that, we're gonna just start to extend your left leg. If you need to elevate your hand a little bit, pull a yoga block under your right hand. Good, and then if you wanna make this more expansive, more stretch through this left leg, pull your right hip in line with your left. You're gonna feel that through your IT band all the way down into that hamstring. Take a breath. Release your left hand to the floor. Step your left foot back into your downward facing dog position. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Half or all the way. If you want, you can come into an upward dog here or come to that cobra pose. Press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, step or hop all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, swan dive down. Keep that flow going here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come right back down. Let's take our left foot to the back of the mat this time into our high lunge. Set up your base. Feel your feet stabilizing you. And then rise up to stand. Reaching your hands up toward the ceiling. You want to feel this more expansion. Tuck your hips toward your ribs a little bit. Like that tailbone down toward the floor. Take a breath. Reach your right hand to your hip. Your left arm's going to reach across. It's so good to open up these areas of the body that are so tight that often we have no idea how tight they are until we start doing yoga. Take another breath. Release your left hand to the mat. Bring your right hand to your thigh. Press into that thigh to twist and rotate. Maybe extend that hand. Now we're going to start to extend the right leg. Start to extend that right leg. And then if you notice that left, see if you can probably see, if you're looking at the stream, my left hip step down. I'm going to pull that hip up in line with the right. Moving that stretch deeper into my outer right thigh. Take one more breath here. Release your right hand to the mat. Step back. Downward dog. Let's come through our flow here. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Half or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Your exhale is going to press you back. Downward facing dog. Okay, go ahead and bend your knees. Step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, release your hands down. All right, we're going to do our balancing single leg chair today. So figure 4. If this is new for you and you haven't done this pose before, please pull a chair or something nearby you that you can hold on to. And also, if this just isn't in your range of motion today, feel free just to come into a squat hold and then come out of that as needed. So we're going to start with the left foot being our strong grounding leg. We're going to just cross the right leg over, and we'll sit back into a single leg pigeon pose or figure 4 or balancing chair. There's all kinds of names for this pose. You can bring your hands to the center of your chest. You can drop down a little lower and bring your elbows to the edges of your shin bone. If you want to make this a little bit more of a mobility pose, less balancing, you can bring your hands to the floor, wrap your toes around your left triceps. Really getting into that glute. All right, let's go ahead and release wherever you are. You can extend your arms, maybe a little wobbly, and then rise and just release. Roll out the foot that was stabilizing you, holding all that weight. We'll switch to the other side. Your right foot to the floor. Cross your left leg over. Bring your hands together. Maybe sitting those hips back. Down. Maintaining our neutral spine. Elbows can come to the edges of our edges of our shin bone. Maybe bringing the hands to the floor. Take a couple deep breaths here. And whatever your deepest variation of the pose is, and then when you're ready, let's rise out of it. Coming back to stand. Bringing your feet to the edges of your mat. If you're standing with the mat in the traditional way, you're standing side to side, just bring your feet out a little bit wide. And we're gonna lower down into a deep sumo squat here. For this position, things that can limit your mobility here are tightness and tenderness in the knees, ankles, and hips. So you can absolutely modify it here by bringing your hands to the hips. You can bring your feet out wider as needed. You can come down, or if you're coming into the full expression of the pose, go ahead and bring your elbows to the inner thighs. Drop your hips toward the floor, and then think about lengthening through the crown of the head. Keeping that neutral spine. Just moving side to side here. And again, if you're in the higher variation, it's gonna look a little bit more like this. All right, so wherever you are, push down into your feet. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Just take about 3 rounds of this full range of motion squat. Whatever that is for you today. Inhale and exhale. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the mat here, walk the hands out, tuck the toes, step back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your right leg up and back here for a three-legged dog, and then you're gonna swing your shin bone to the top of the mat for our pigeon pose. Go ahead and sink down into the pigeon pose. It's gonna be most supportive to you. If you need a modification for this one, just cross your leg over your thigh, come into seated, or lay on your back. That's a really amazing variation of this pose as well. Just settle in. We want to try to get to about 5 or 6 rounds of breath with a 5-second in, 5-second out rhythm. So inhaling for about a count of 5, exhaling for about a count of 5. That's going to get you to a full 60 seconds in this pose, which is where you're going to see a lot of expansion, opening the hip. With each out breath, see if you can sink down just a little bit deeper. All right, let's go ahead and rise on out of that. Keeping that right shin bone right where it is, we're going to stack the left one on top. You were in my class last week. We did this as well, so this is familiar to you. If you're new, welcome. We're stacking one shin bone on top of the other. This is called double pigeon, or also fire log pose, because your legs kind of look like fire logs. My fire logs have a lot of space today between the knee and the foot, ankle. The longer we sit in this posture though, the more you'll start to feel the body just relax into that position. You can shift your hips or shift your weight forward onto your hands. Just walk your hands forward a little bit. Obviously, listen to your body. Listen to those physical sensations that you're feeling right now. They really do matter. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Rise up to seat. Go ahead and take your top leg across for a twisting or a seated twist. We're going to take our right hand up, slide it in on top of the thigh. Turn your gaze over that back shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more deep breath in. Rotate and untwist. Go ahead and bring your hands back to the mat. Tuck your back toe under. Lifting back into your downward facing dog. Lifting your left leg this time. Exhale, swing your left shin bone to the top of your mat. Walk your right knee back a little bit. And make your way into your pigeon pose. And as always, those seated or reclined variations are so welcome here. Inhaling and exhaling. Those nice, long, even rhythmic breaths. For me, this is one of my favorite poses. It feels so good to sink down into pigeon pose because I hold a lot of tenderness and tightness in the hips. I think most of us do. It's a balance though, right? If you feel too much if this feels uncomfortable to you, it can be a totally different experience if you're feeling pain there. So again, listen to those sensations. Some of us need to work on strengthening the hips, and some of us need to work on loosening the hips. For most of us, we need to be working on something in the hips. Go ahead and rise up. Bring that back, leg around. We're gonna stack our shin bones on the other side. And again, notice where you might have differences from one side to the other. You can add just the slightest bit of pressure sometimes on that top leg and make a big difference in those physical sensations. Shifting your weight forward. Maybe walking your hands out. Good. 30 minutes goes by so fast. Go ahead and walk your hands back up. We're gonna take our final rotation twist here. Bring your right foot to the floor. You can bring it to the inside or all the way across, depending on your mobility. Bring your left shin bone to your left tricep to your thigh. Turn your gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Untwist. Go ahead and extend both legs. Let's take one last forward fold. Inhale. And then exhale to fold. Just moving here side to side. Take what you need. And then we'll rise up. Scoot yourself onto your mat. And go ahead and make your way all the way onto your back. Bring the feet to the edges of the mat and just windshield wiper here, left to right. Good. Then from there, come to center and release. Extend your legs, extend your arms. Let your eyes close if they haven't already. Feeling the support of the ground underneath you. Scanning your body, just noticing where you're holding on to extra little bits of tension here and there. Maybe it's the hands, the jaw, the brow, the neck, the shoulders, the low back and the hips, the legs, all the way down. Just releasing all that tension that is not serving you today. Feeling the belly rise and fall as you let your body just breathe on its own. Noticing just the taste in your mouth. Noticing a couple of smells. You can detect. Noticing taking your hands and turning them over and just feeling the surface of the floor. Maybe feeling the surface of your yoga mat. And then the surface of your clothes, your pants, your shirt. Just feeling those textures. Noticing sounds, you can hear my voice, other sounds that are happening in the space around you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Notice just 5 things you can see without judgment, just things you don't normally pay attention to. Being very curious about our environment. When you're ready, let's make our way over to a side lying position. From here, you can press up to take a seat. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining me for this Friday 30-minute flow class. My name's Lacy Wolf, and I'm so happy to be leading this class. It truly is an honor to be able to support you all on your well-being journeys. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.